Welcome back. I'm Jill with the CarefreeKitchen.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some amazing loaded Hasselback potatoes. And these potatoes are incredible. They have these thin slices, these crispy layers, and then it's loaded with cheese and bacon and sour cream and everything we love in potatoes. Okay, so to get started, we're going to need just a few things for this recipe. Alrighty, we have just some regular russet potatoes. That's a great potato to use for this recipe because it gets nice and crispy on the outside. And then I've got a little bit of melted butter, some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder. I like to add a little bit of fresh thyme to mine, but if you don't like that, you can skip that part. And then I have a little bit of avocado oil. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to start with 4 russet potatoes. And to prepare the potatoes, you're going to want to be sure that they are washed. And then you'll just get 2 wooden spoons. And this will act as a guard so that I don't cut too far down on the potatoes. So there we go. And this will give us just enough room so that we can get all kinds of fun flavors and seasonings down inside the potatoes there. All right, so that's perfect. See how that just opens it up right there? Okay, and then I'm gonna put the potatoes on a parchment lined baking sheet. And then to make the butter, I am going to use some fresh thyme. I had some on my patio. And fresh thyme is so yummy in this recipe, but if you don't have fresh thyme, you can definitely use some dried thyme. That would work too. Okay, I'm just gonna give this a quick little chop here. Okay, I just need about a teaspoon. Okay. All right, and then into that, I'm going to add about 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'll add a few tablespoons of avocado oil, and then about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then I'm just gonna give that a quick little whisk. Okay, and then we kind of want to open our potatoes up. And I'm just gonna stick a fork on the bottom of that, and it will just open right up. And then I'll just pour a little bit of this butter and garlic mixture down in there. Okay. Then I'll put a fork under the next one. Really open that up so that we can get a nice drizzle on it. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take a pastry brush here and brush the rest of this on. Trying to get down into those little grooves and brush the complete outside of those potatoes too. All right, just try and get down in there so that it has a ton of flavor inside those layers. That's perfect. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna wanna do with your potatoes is just take some sea salt and lightly salt them. I like to turn them over a little bit to get the underside because we want that really nice crispy outside, and then we want it like soft and chewy on the inside. That's perfect. Okay, and then I'm also going to put on a little bit of pepper here. So I like just a little bit of pepper on my potatoes. Okay, and now my Hasselback potatoes are ready for the oven. And we're going to bake them in a preheated 400 degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes, or until they are crispy on the outside and then fork tender. All right, here are my Hasselback potatoes so far. They've got all these nice little layers, and they kind of separate more as they bake. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is just fill in some of these cracks with this cheese. Put a little bit of cheese there in between all of the layers. All right, and now we're going to bake them again for a few minutes to melt the cheese. All right, here are my Hasselback potatoes. They're loaded with cheese and have all kinds of crispy and thick layers of yummy potato. We love to top this with a dollop of sour cream, some bacon bits, and some chives or green onions. These potatoes are the perfect side to just about any dish. They're super easy to make, they only take a few ingredients, and everyone loves them. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode at the Carefree Kitchen. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me here, and I will show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes that your family will love. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.